What's cooking? Good looking. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie. I just started this channel like today. This is my very first video. So welcome to Losing It with Katie. For my first video, I'm sure you can tell by the title, but we're gonna talk about how I lost 100 pounds. So let's get started. I guess the first place I'm gonna start with this whole thing. First off, disclaimer: I'm not in this video. I'm not gonna talk about my diet or like how I've eaten or anything like that. This is just gonna be like an overall overview of my journey and how I got to 100 pounds down, my like mental state during the journey and all that stuff. So if you're interested in that, stick around. It's actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna start from the beginning. So I was always a very chubby kid. I mean always. Okay, I won't say always because I was a normal sized healthy child until about 4, so not very long. My mom always told me that her parents, my grandparents, but her mom and dad, they just kind of fed me whatever I wanted, and that's kind of what happened there. We have this thing called the clean plate club, and so during dinner time, or any time really, but especially dinner time, you'd have to finish your food on the plate. And that was like the cool way to do it. Oh, you didn't finish your food, you need to be a part of the clean plate club, go ahead and finish that up, that kind of thing. Honestly, that concept is not a bad concept. It does teach kids you need to finish what's on your plate, which is great, that's fine. It turns into a bad concept though when they feed you portions like you are an adult, and I was like 5, so not a good idea. Don't do that. There's plenty of other factors. That's just what my mom always said. It's funny. As I got older, I started getting bigger. Around kindergarten, I remember, might have even been pre-K graduation, or maybe it was kindergarten graduation. It was one of the two, I can't remember which. My mom has this picture of me. It's just still on her like table, or her like side table by the bed, nightstand, that's called, wow. It's still on her nightstand, and I hate it, but it's of me like my graduation in like pre-K or kindergarten or something like that, and I'm so chubby, like it's bad. I was always, like I said, I was always heavier growing up. I was also very heavily bullied for it, mostly in elementary and middle school. Middle school was really bad, actually. I feel like middle school was like the peak of the bullying. Kids are kids, it's not an excuse, they shouldn't do that. But when kids are not being taught better, they don't know any better. I will say I did have some good friends, especially in elementary school. My friends were pretty solid. They did stick up for me through a lot of that. So I don't even know how much I weighed during any of that time, because I have never on purpose stepped on a scale. I've never been like,
ooh, there's a scale over there, I'm gonna go step on that on purpose.
Like never. It's always been like the school makes you for a fitness gram, or the doctor's office or whatever, which is doctor's office gonna come into play later on in the story. So this is the start of the, I guess, the journey, the unofficial start, I guess you could say. My first year of teaching, I'm actually a music teacher. My first year of teaching was a rough one, not because of my school, not because of the kids, but it was just really stressful. This is gonna be a theme. When I got stressed, I would eat, like binge eat very badly. So come home, and to, I guess, de-stress, decompress, I would turn on Grey's Anatomy, or whatever show I wanted to watch, and just eat. And that is, not a good thing. And just mindlessly eating. I was probably full and just like kept eating. I never really knew what my weight was, but I'm pretty sure as an adult, from like graduating high school, or being a senior in high school, whatever, to being a teacher, I was probably never any less than like 260. I'm pretty sure. And 260 is like really pushing it. Like that's being really generous with myself, because I'm pretty sure I really stayed around like 275, 280. And I'm 5'1", so I'm very short in stature. I'm very vertically challenged. It's great. During my first year, by the way, this is the 2017-2018 school year, so that way you have like a time frame there. By the summer of 2018, I felt absolutely horrible. So this is the summer after my first year. I was in like size 28 jeans with like 3X shirts, and I had like no energy at all. I mean, I would lay in bed during the summer, lay in bed and do absolutely nothing all day and like feel tired. Like, you know what I mean? Like do nothing and still feel tired. I kind of just thought back to a time where I was happy despite other things. And I remembered middle school, I did dance. I was in like, you know, a drill team kind of situation. It was called Spirit Squad or something like that, but it was, you know, it was dance, and I really enjoyed that. Like that was really fun. I did have kids make fun of me because I was in it, because I was a bigger person, but I killed it. I was amazing at it. So I decided during that time that I was going to just do really short videos, like 5-10 minutes, maybe 15, just dance videos. I ended up finding a YouTube channel called Superhero Fitness TV, which is run by a wonderful lady named Kiera Lachey, and she has like really fun workout videos. I do recommend her. And I did this, like I said, just to feel better. I wasn't trying to lose weight. I really wasn't. To be fair, I'm sure you, as you can imagine, or maybe some of you have even experienced this, maybe because you have struggled with weight your entire life, but I had tried losing weight in the past and it just did not work, mostly because I wasn't doing it for me. Like I was doing it because my like mom said I needed to, or my, you know, like aunt said I needed to, you know what I mean? Like, and they did it because they loved me, and I appreciate them, and their intentions were very good. It's just when something's not coming from your heart's not in it, so it's not gonna work. You know, it's just not gonna work when you're not there 100%. I wasn't trying to lose weight at this point. I was just trying to feel better. So, you know, throughout the summer of 2018, I was working out. I felt uplifted and I felt much more happy and just cheerful like I normally am. So I was feeling like myself. And so during when school started back, so this is the 2018-2019 school year that I'm referring to now. So when school started back in the fall, my mom was kind of like, you know, you're thinning out, you're losing a little weight. And I was like, no, I'm not, Mom. She's like, no, you really are. And I couldn't see it. I personally just was not, I don't see it. It's not registering. I don't see it. And I'm also not trying to lose weight. I'm just having fun. So I was kind of in denial at that point. So I gotten sick in September and October. It was like a 2-week difference or something like that. So I went in September. They take your weight. I never look at the scale. I refuse. I just don't do it. So I got on the scale, I took my weight down, I was like, cool. Then a couple weeks later in October, I got, it like came back, 'cause it normally does. So went in, took my weight, and whatever. So I kept doing these like little short videos, like workout videos, whatever. And you know, time went on. I had started eating a little better just in general. Not because I was trying to lose weight. It was just because it was helping me feel better. My attitude was better. So I was just, I guess, taking care of myself more. Still not making great choices. Would still have, you know, some Sonic or Whataburger. Oh my God. Y'all, Whataburger, bro. Anyways, whatever. But I would still, you know, I was still not eating great, but I was making slightly better choices. So December came around and my principal actually pulled me to the side and said, you know, you're losing a little weight. And I said, well, I've been doing these videos, but I'm not really trying to lose weight. I'm just like, you know, having fun. She said, well, have you been taking pictures? And I'm like, why would I take pictures, you know? She's like, just to kind of see how your body's changing. She's like, other people are seeing it, but you're not. And so maybe you should take pictures. And I said, you know, you're right. Okay. So we went on Christmas break. And in January, believe it was right before we went back to school, or maybe like right after we came back to school. So this is we had just started the spring semester of 2019. I decided to take a picture of myself. So I, took pictures of myself and like what I work out in, but I didn't know how much I weighed. So what I decided to do was go to Target, the fancy pronunciation. So my mom and I actually went to Target and I found a scale. So I got the scale, came home, pumped myself up mentally. I was like, you know what, Katie, you can do this. It's just a scale, it's just a number. You can do it, it's fine. It doesn't define you. I was like, yeah, whatever. But I have like such bad anxiety about it. So I was like, you know what, it's fine. So I got on the scale and it said 263. And I was like,
that is still a big number.
But it's not as big as I feel like it could be. So the next day, I think we had to come back to school because the next day I went to work, and during my lunch break I had thought about it and I was like, well, how do I know if I've lost weight? Because I hadn't had
You could do so. You could.
Didn't have a scale. I hadn't been taking my weight, so I was like, I don't know, and I couldn't see it myself because I'm just very critical of myself. So I thought, oh, you know what? The doctor's office. I was like, I went to the doctor like twice in the fall, so they have my weight. On my lunch break, went outside, called the doctor's office and was like, hey, just wondering, I came in September and I came in October. Can you like maybe give me how much I weigh? So she's like, oh, October you were 287 and September you were like 290 or something like that. And I was like, what? Like, really? Yeah. Okay, thank you. So I hung up the phone. So I calculated it. It like went back into my classroom, my computer, and was like, math, and realized that I had lost 27 pounds. The number on the scale whenever I weighed myself at my house was 263, but in September, it was at the doctor's office, it was 290. Now, here's the thing though, if you're kind of mentally making like a little chart of events or whatever, I did start working out the summer before that, so the summer of 2018, and then I went to the doctor in September, and that's what my weight was. So I'd already been working out for like 2 or 3 months before that without really consciously thinking about that. I was just dancing, so I'm pretty sure that I was actually pushing closer to 300 before I went to the doctor. The earliest number that I have for my weight is 290, so that's where I'm starting for my weight loss stuff. So it's possible that I've lost more than 100 pounds. I don't know.
Quick interjection here. This video was actually filmed about 2 months ago, so at the time of the upload I have lost more than 100 pounds.
So I decided on every 20 pounds I would just take a picture, and at this point I was like convinced. I was like, oh, sorry to readjust. I was like, oh, okay, actually I'm losing weight. Wasn't my intention, but it's happening, so you know what, I'm gonna just stick with it and just see where it takes me. It's that silly concept, what if I actually commit to something, which is something I normally don't do. So that's why I'm saying cold, it's fine. I digress. So I was like, I'm gonna commit to this. I'm just gonna see how long I can go. Just like I never thought I could lose 27 pounds. So I'm like, if I didn't even think I could do that, I wonder how far I can go when I actually do believe in myself. So I did.